Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, the latest on the high-stakes debt ceiling talks to avoid a default. President Biden and Speaker McCarthy set to meet again this afternoon. What both sides are saying and what's at stake. And also, we're going to hear from Paul Whelan, the former U.S. Marine imprisoned in Russia for more than 4 years, sounding optimistic about coming home. We'll have those stories and so much more right here on GMA.
It's still early, about 3 till right now. 65 degrees, checking TransGuide 410 at Broadway, no problems. And the sun should be starting to come up very soon. 281 at San Pedro also looking great. We'll be right back.
Everybody knows who did Columbine. Everybody knows who did Parkland. But what you don't remember are the names of the victims. You're going to remember his name. You're going to remember Uzziah Garcia. You're going to remember his face. And if you forget, then you're going to see my face, and you're going to hear my name, and you're going to remember him.
Wednesday marks 1 year since the tragedy at Robb Elementary in Uvalde. In a special year-long project, KSAT spoke with many about their loss and recovery. So many coming together. We'll show you how the library in Uvalde is remembering the lives lost.
65 degrees at 6 this morning. You can see the sunrise coming up. Is the rain going to stop this week? Michael, let us know in just a bit.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
It is time to rise and shine. Thanks for joining us here on GMSA. It is Monday, May 22nd.
Good morning. Thank you so much for starting your morning with us. Tried to mow the lawn yesterday and bless my husband's heart, but it looks like a tractor went through my yard because it was so wet, but he's like, I have to get it done.
It was a soggy proposition.
Yeah,
sure.
And I don't even know if it'd be dry enough today, but you will get a chance to dry out. And in answer to your question, yes, rain will stop with an asterisk.
Okay.
One little tiny little asterisk. I'll explain it coming up here in a moment. First of all, beautiful looking shot off to the east there. We do have some clouds with a few clear skies as well. And temperature right now stands at 64 degrees. So we've actually dropped down a couple of notches thanks to these clear skies. Dew point 62. So those numbers are running neck and neck, a little bit of a breeze out there. And with the dew points and the temperatures so close, we do have some fog to deal with. Kerrville's down to 3 miles now. Not bad around the metropolitan area, but with these clear skies in places, that can allow temperatures to drop down very easily, and we can get some fog to pop up. Uvalde at 4 miles visibility right now, and a lot more. Fredericksburg has actually improved somewhat, and then more over there around Carrizo Springs, 2.5 miles there at Eagle Pass. Molds on the high side. Updated count's going to be coming out in about an hour and a half or so, and throughout the rest of the morning, temperatures right around where they are now, maybe fluctuating a couple of degrees, and we'll have some of that patches, a couple of patches of fog, I should say. Then upper 70s today at noon. Nice looking day. Humidity is going to be there, but temperatures aren't going to be too extreme. I mean, you'll feel every bit of that 84 degrees, but just a really nice day. Yeah, hopefully the grass dries out enough to cut it. But the next few days, you'll have more opportunities. We'll talk about that little asterisk as far as rain chances. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ Marquez. Good morning, sir. What's up?
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone out there. Getting up right now as we get set for our 6 o'clock hour. And just want to update you on some things we've been following over the past hour or so. We're going to start here on 37 at Carolina. You can see the Alamo Dome in the background there. So a little bit southeast of downtown. There was a report of road debris that was up at the 37 and Florida Street exit ramp, but that has now been cleared out from the TxDOT page. So that is good news there. As you can see, is that traffic has now been moving along pretty smooth in this area to begin with, but there were reports earlier of a road debris there at the exit ramp, just in the next exit up here at Florida Street. Things looking good there. As we take a look real quick, citywide map, things looking okay in that area. We mentioned traffic moving along smoothly here, I-37 north at Florida Street. And let's take you back out to this other thing that we've been following over the past hour or so. US 90 eastbound at 36th Street. There was a stalled vehicle being reported here. I looked at the TransGuide traffic camera a little bit earlier, and it looks like that has also been cleared out as well. So that is all good news as traffic continues to move along pretty smooth across the San Antonio area. I'll take you back outside here. With Trans Guys, we take a look at some of our other cameras throughout the area, and we're looking at 35 southbound, northbound there, looking pretty good, and Loop 410, things looking pretty good there as well. TxDOT just did report a stalled vehicle, Loop 410 at Military, so I'll check on that and give you the very latest during our next traffic hit. All right, Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. New this morning, angry words appear to have led to deadly violence. San Antonio police say someone stabbed and killed a woman during an argument at an apartment complex. Katrina Weber is live where it happened on Jackson Keller, not far from West Avenue. Katrina, you mentioned earlier that police have had some conflicting reports about the person who stabbed her.
Well, that's right. They say that some people here have told them that it was a man who did the stabbing. Other people have said it was a woman. Either way, a woman is dead, and police are at the very beginning stages of their investigation. This happened about 1:30 this morning. I want to give you a look at how the scene was when police had flooded into this apartment complex. Now, apparently this happened at the Hamilton Place apartments, not at the Elon Gardens. As I said earlier, there's actually a fence between the two. But police were called here initially for a disturbance. They say within minutes they started getting phone calls about a stabbing. When they got here, they did find a woman down on the ground who had been stabbed. Paramedics tried life-saving measures, but the woman died of her wounds. And again, police say that they have gotten they've gotten different descriptions of the shooter. Now, the stabber rather. We did talk to a woman who lives here, and she says she actually saw a woman engaged in an argument with the victim. She says she went away from her window, came back, and the next thing she knew, she saw the woman, the victim, down on the ground, suffering from those stab wounds. Police say that victim apparently does not live here, but was visiting someone. And again, no lead so far as who did the stabbing. Reporting live on the north side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Also new this morning, San Antonio police say a road rage crash ends in a shooting overnight. It happened around 9:30 last night on Loop 410 near Military Drive West. Police say after a minor crash, 2 women got into a road rage incident before eventually stopping at a gas station. That's where police say a woman pulled out a gun and shot another woman in the chest. The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition. We're told the suspect was taken into custody for questioning.
We are just days away from the 1-year mark of the Robb Elementary tragedy, and happening today, city leaders in Uvalde plan to hold a news conference at Robb Elementary School. Uvalde Mayor Don McLaughlin says May 24th will be a difficult day. In a statement, he said, "We are holding the news briefing to balance the news media's need to tell a story and the need of Uvalde residents to have space and privacy to reflect on the last year without the fear of intrusion." No city activities will take place this week in Uvalde, and the City Council will not hold its weekly meeting to allow residents a chance to reflect on what happened and grieve in private. KSAT will have live updates today following that news conference.
Throughout the past year, thousands of items have been donated to memorialize the lives lost last May. The El Progreso Memorial Library in Uvalde hired an archivist to sort through it all. Tammy Sinclair has been working since January to make sure each item is carefully preserved, documented, and stored. They're in the process of digitizing everything so people across the world can take part in remembering the Robb Elementary victims.
There will be a memorial, and we'll kind of work with committees and determine what's going to go there and what will stay here. Again, I'd like to digitize it all.
The library will move several of those donated items to the front of their building throughout the week so people can have a safe place to remember their names.
We will have live coverage from Uvalde throughout the day, May 24th, to remember the victims and survivors of the tragedy. I'll be there for GMSA 9 and noon. Then our evening crews move in for 5, 6, and 10. Don't forget, at 9 p.m., we are airing our KSAT 12 news special, 1 Year in Uvalde.
Now to the courtroom, and a murder case that KSAT 12 has been following for more than 5 years. Jury selection begins today in the Mark Howerton retrial. He's accused of the 2017 death of his girlfriend, Trinity University cheerleader Kaylee Mendotti. Erica Hernandez takes a look back at the case.
It's a 2017 murder case. Trinity University cheerleader Kaylee Mendotti died after what a medical examiner says was blunt force trauma to the head. The person facing charges, her boyfriend, Mark Howerton. In 2019, a trial for Howerton begins, but to the surprise of many, It ended with no verdict.
With this note, sir, and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm declaring a mistrial.
It would take more than 3 years, but the retrial is now scheduled, and 12 new jurors will hear the case. This is Open Court, the retrial of Mark Howerton.
And you can scan this QR code on your screen right now to see the full Open Court episode. And as we mentioned, a jury will be selected today for Howerton, with testimony expected to begin tomorrow.
Other stories we're following this morning: people living with a disability have a higher rate of unemployment. And according to Workforce Solutions, it's double the national average. So Workforce Solutions is partnering with companies across Bexar County that are looking to hire talented team members, regardless of physical or mental limitations. People living with a disability ages 16 to 22 can apply for the Summer Earn and Learn program. Participants work full-time for 5 weeks, and training and accommodations are included.
Give me like a whole new experience, like job skills, life skills.
There are about 200 spots still open for the Summer Earn and Learn program. Applications open now through June 30th. We have much more information on how to apply on ksat.com.
Now to your morning consumer news. And DoorDash is being taken to court. The company is accused of charging iPhone users higher delivery fees than Android customers. In one example, the same order from a Panera Bread was charged a 99-cent expanded range fee, but not on an Android device. DoorDash calls a lawsuit baseless.
Instagram is back up and running after a global outage. The company blames the hours-long outage yesterday on a technical glitch. Meanwhile, Instagram's parent company Meta is working on a Twitter clone. It's expected to launch this summer as a standalone text-based app that will partially integrate within Instagram. In response to the news, Twitter's new CEO tweeted, "Game on."
6:10 and 64 degrees.
Here's what's coming up next.
It's so cool. It's so cool. I mean, like, you say Kyle, everyone's like.
After the break, why lots of people named Kyle came together in Texas over the weekend.
I have a hunch where they were.
Me too. I wonder.
Outside with live cam. Beautiful Monday out there right now. That'll put a smile on your face. You're watching GMSA. We're going to talk to RJ about our morning commute coming up a little bit later on in this half hour.
The city of Kyle trying to break a Guinness World Record for the largest gathering of people with the same name.
That's right. They're all named Kyle. City of Kyle hasn't announced an attendance number yet, but as of yesterday afternoon, they had close to 2,000 Kyles. They came from across the country trying to break their world record currently held by Bosnia-Herzegovina, with the largest gathering of Ivans. More than 2,300 of them back in 2013. I was assuming it wasn't going to be Kyle's over there.
Okay.
Yeah, Kyle Rotenberg traveled to Kyle from Portland to be a part of this.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, if you were a Kyle, come to try to break a record? I'm 70 years old. At 70, you don't have too much chances to break a record. I got a chance to be part of a record.
It will take a few weeks before they know if they broke the record. It's a lot of Kyles.
It is, and they even had T-shirts. 6:15.
All right, RJ, you've had a busy morning.
Yeah, some Kyle craziness going on out there up north, and including, hey, you know what, headed up to Kyle here. I-35 northbound at FM 3009. We have a stalled vehicle there in the northbound lane, so a little bit past the Church-Cibolo area, so just keep this in mind if you're headed out. Northbound traffic, I-35. Let's take a quicker look here, what this looks like on our traffic map, so you can see this is FM 3009 is on this end, and we have Roy Richard Drive on the other end there, so northbound lanes at FM 3009. Kind of keep this in mind. Traffic still moving along pretty smooth in that area, though, as we saw from that TransGuide traffic shot. Also want to report another disabled vehicle, a stalled vehicle, if you will, on Loop 410, the southbound lanes at West Military Drive, kind of on the inner part of the loop there of 410. So I want to say maybe kind of the west side area there, right there. It's been a very busy area there, 410 and 151. So this is something that we want to definitely keep in mind. And we do have a TransGuide traffic shot that we'll show you here in just a bit. Had another report of a stalled vehicle up on I-10 at Callahan Road. So I'll go ahead and check if that's what's showing up on our map right there. But just got that showed up on TxDOT just a little while ago. As we take you one more look outside, see if we could find this thing there at, oh, there we go, Loop 410. westbound there at West Military Drive. Sorry about that. Loop 410 West Military Drive. Things starting to pick up in that area as people get out and about, get started on their Monday mornings, get the work week started.
Thank you very much, RJ. If you guys remember, the overall climate prediction for the summer was supposed to be cooler and wetter than normal, and so far so good.
Yeah, because we've gotten out of the and this is our education, so we're going to roll the school buses to talk about this. As we've gotten out of the La Nina pattern, and then trying to switch, which usually happens every 4 or 5 years, something like that, over there in the Pacific Ocean, and you get the El Nino pattern, which, yes, a little bit cooler, a little bit wetter for us, and also tends to then have an effect, which is kind of interesting, how the middle of the Pacific Ocean affects the Atlantic, tends to kind of keep tropical systems down just a bit. So, all right, this morning, temperatures in the mid-60s here in town, a couple of patches of fog, and then later on this afternoon, 84 with mostly sunny skies. Hopefully, are you going to do it, or your husband to cut the grass?
Oh, he did it. It's kind of,
he got it done, really?
It's like a muddy mess, but it's done.
Did he have all those clods of green stuff from underneath the motor?
Yes, it was like start, stop.
That's never fun.
Yeah.
So, all right, here's what we were talking about, Climate Prediction Center, and it's the past couple of weeks, it hasn't been as generous as far as rain, or at least leaning that direction. But right now, as far as Memorial Day weekend, next weekend through the 1st of June, right around, we can expect normal precipitation. And as far as temperatures at that time, let me go back here, and we can also expect temperatures to be just about normal, which is the forecast. We're going to be staying right around upper 80s, close to 90. Then go into the first week of June, and as you can see, it's trending toward maybe having a little bit better odds of seeing precipitation and better odds of having temperatures that are staying on the cool side. So yeah, it's not as aggressive with the rain and the cool air like it was a couple of months ago, but still, this is a great trend. We're not seeing anything that's showing temperatures going the other direction, way too hot, unlike it was last year. Beautiful picture there. Sun's out after beautiful weekend rain. Cattle and crops and farmers are very thankful. Yes, indeed. Thanks to all the farmers out there for all the work you do for us. All right, we've got a lot of clear skies right now, some clouds off in the distance, but as skies clear out, that tends to allow temperatures to continue to drop down. We may start to see more fog showing up here, and that's the situation up there in Kerrville, down to 3/4 of a mile visibility. Not bad around the metropolitan area. Half-mile Fredericksburg, quarter-mile Carrizo Springs. So a couple of patches that are very, very thick. And again, we're not done with that threat for fog up until the next about a couple of hours from now. So just keep an eye on it. All right, satellite picture. There is some low clouds. There are some low clouds over here showing up off to the east. And then big picture, there's not much going on. But notice this disturbance right up here to the north of us, which is not going to have any direct impact on us. But that's what's keeping us in this northwesterly flow. And when you get that northwesterly flow, you can have these little disturbances slide down through here. Computer models really don't usually pick them up that well, but these couple of models do have 1 or 2 of those disturbances sliding here. Now, granted, that's a broad brush that's painted in, so that doesn't mean it's going to be just raining on Wednesday. Just a very, very small chance for a stray storm. Maybe late Tuesday, perhaps a little bit better chance on Wednesday, but only 20% chance. So again, good opportunity to dry out, good opportunity this week to cut the grass. Otherwise, you have to use it with, cut it with a sickle or a couple of goats out there or something like that. Temperatures this week stay at or below normal, and precipitation chances are pretty much nil this week, with the exception of a stray shower popping up midweek.
Mike, if you own a sickle or you rent goats to do yard work, please post it on KSAT Connect for everyone to see.
I would love to see that.
I don't have either.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. Well, there goes that idea. 621, 64 degrees.
Here's a look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
Coming up, we're taking you inside the newest gaming center at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. What sets this center apart from anywhere else in San Antonio?
My husband and I have never been more active.
Shingles doesn't care.
I go to spin classes with my coworkers.
Good for you. Shingles doesn't care. Because no matter how healthy you feel, your risk of shingles sharply increases after age 50. But Shingrix protects. Proven over 90% effective, Shingrix is a vaccine used to prevent shingles in adults 50 years and older. Shingrix does not protect everyone and is not for those with severe allergic reactions to its ingredients or to a previous dose. An increased risk of Guillain-Barré syndrome was observed after getting Shingrix. Fainting can also happen. The most common side effects are pain, redness and swelling at the injection site, muscle pain, tiredness, headache, shivering, fever, and upset stomach. Shingles doesn't care, but Shingrix protects. Shingrix is now $0 for almost everyone. Ask your doctor about Shingrix today.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. For more than 40 years, Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen has rocked the world with just one arm. But in March, after a show in Fort Lauderdale, Rick was violently attacked, and this morning, he's describing what happened only to GMA.
I want to talk about your experience after that show.
I heard a couple of steps, and then I just saw this dark sort of flash, and the next thing I knew was I was on the ground. I landed on my backside, and then continued on, hit my head on the pavement.
Our ABC News exclusive interview with Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen coming up at 7. With your GMA First Look, I'm Phil Lipoff, ABC News, New York.
It's almost summer in South Texas, and we're here at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, where a brand new gaming center has just opened up.
Believe it or not, this has been an idea for us for years. We've worked on the concept over the last several years, finally bringing it to life today, and it truly was a labor of love. This is a one-of-a-kind in the amusement industry. We have 20 state-of-the-art PCs, and we have 5 gaming consoles, as well as our 5 vs. 5 competition stage. And one of the cool features is you can bring your own peripherals. So if you have a particular keyboard, controller, mouse, something that you want to use for your gameplay, you're able to plug that into these incredibly advanced computers. We have partnered with Roadrunner Gaming and UTSA, and our ambassadors will greet you as you enter E6 Gaming, and they'll talk you through all the options.
To learn more about the E6 gaming experience here at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, head to ksat.com. Priscilla Karaman, KSAT 12 News.
626 and 64 degrees.
Glad you're with us. I promised you an update with RJ Marquez. That's coming up after this break as we take a live look at some flashing lights at 410 and Highway 151. We'll be right back.
Another day and no debt deal as the deadline inches closer. I'm Lindsay Watts in Washington. Coming up, where things stand this morning.
Outside with Live Cam, take a look at your screen. Sunrise in progress, some clouds along the horizon, otherwise bright blue skies out there. Hope it holds out. Good morning, everybody. It is 6:30 on your Monday, May 22nd.
Good morning. This weekend it was nice because the weather was nice and cool, well 80, cool, better than triple digits, and had some showers here or there.
And go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and those showers kept temperatures down to 73 yesterday officially. So we tied a record.
Beautiful.
The lowest high temperature ever. So yeah, it was wonderful to see in the afternoon, just a nice light rain. You said you got a ton of rain yesterday, Mark.
I did.
Pretty good at times. And yeah, we had those storms late Friday night. Most of Saturday cleared on out. The humidity was definitely something to deal with. We have some humidity out there this morning. Beautiful sunrise on tap. Still those clouds off to the east. And with that clear skies, though, that allows temperatures to drop down. We dropped 2 degrees in the past hour. Dew points at 62. So alone, those numbers are pretty good, but you have relatively high humidity out there, and that's why now at the airport it's not bad, but like around Kerrville, we're getting some fog. Up around Fredericksburg, Uvalde has a little bit of fog, hints of it here in town. We'll be on the lookout for that. Let's see, Carrizo Springs, half-mile visibility. That's actually improved slightly, and then some fog off to the east. So just, again, be on the lookout over the next hour and a half or so. Mold's on the high side. Updated count will come out in just about an hour or so. Mostly cloudy, patchy fog this morning, then plenty of sunshine. Mid-80s today. The normal average high is 88, so we're just slightly below that. Midweek, we are going to have seasonal temperatures within a degree or two. A stray storm is possible. There's this northwesterly flow, and these little disturbances can kind of sneak on in here. So that's why there's just a mention of that. Then we go into the Memorial Day weekend, and it's actually looking pretty good. Temperatures are going to be at or below normal. Yes, I said Memorial Day with at or below normal temperatures, which seems like an oddity. And we'll have partly cloudy skies as it's looking right now. So nice looking weekend on tap. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, RJ, what's cooking?
All right, Mike, just a little bit of updates here for people that have been following us over the past 30 minutes. Want to show you this TransGuide traffic shot here. Loop 410 South at State Highway 151. We are good to go here. We saw right before the break that some of those crews had cleared out that stalled vehicle there, so things moving along pretty smoothly in this area. I have some other things to kind of let you guys know about here as we kind of go through the rest of the city. I-10 westbound at Wurzbach Road, we have a report of a stalled vehicle there, so does not appear to be causing any major traffic delays. But again, westbound lanes at I-10 there at Wurzbach Road on the northwest side. As we take a wider view, our city map here, and you can see there are some things developing. This one just popped up here on TxDOT. That is at US 90 eastbound at 35, so around the Nogalitos area. So we have a report of a stalled vehicle there. I'll see if we could get a TransGuide traffic shot here in just a little bit. And I did want to let you guys know about this other incident out on the far west side. This is at Culebra Road near 1604. So it's not on 1604, Culebra Road at Rogers Road. Again, the Alamo Ranch area, always a very, very busy area as you make your way throughout the morning commute. So just want to let you know about that one. As we take one more look outside TransGuide traffic cameras to get you on the rotator here, 37 at Houston, traffic moving along smooth in that area. And see if we can look at one more, 410 in Marbach, traffic moving along there as well. All right, guys, we'll continue to give you updates as we get them. Mark and Sarah, back to you guys.
Thank you, RJ. New this morning, San Antonio police are trying to sort out conflicting stories about a deadly stabbing. They say they've received different description of the person who stabbed a woman to death. Katrina Weber is live near the apartment complex where it happened on Jackson Keller Road, not far from West Avenue. Katrina, what have you learned about the victim?
Well, according to police, she did not live at this apartment complex. Now, I did speak to a woman who does live here. She says she knew the victim as someone who was a sweet person, someone she had seen in this area quite a bit. Now, police say that victim was visiting a friend at this apartment complex when she was stabbed and killed around 1:30 this morning. Now, they initially received calls about a disturbance here, but soon started getting calls about the stabbing. When officers arrived, they found the victim on the ground wounded. Although paramedics tried to help her, she died here at the scene. A woman who lives here told me that she woke up to the sound of a loud argument around that time of morning. Later, she says she saw the victim on the ground. And that witness told me that the stabber she saw was a woman. However, police say they do have conflicting descriptions of the stabber. Some people say it was a woman, while others told them it was a man. So they're still trying to sort it all out. Reporting live on the north side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. Also new this morning, police left with a lot of questions after an early morning shooting. It happened just after 3:30 on Hildebrand near Blanco. We're told an SAPD officer found the 58-year-old man who stumbled into the street. Investigators tell us the man had been shot twice and was uncooperative. So far, they have no suspect information.
The San Antonio Food Bank continues to be a key resource for thousands of families across our community, and the summer months are some of the busiest.
That's right. Eric Cooper, President and CEO of the San Antonio Food Bank, joined us for Leading SA this past weekend to talk about what items are needed most right now.
Eric joined us and we talked about a lot. We talked about how the food bank right now is helping more than 105,000 people each and every week. We talked about why the summer months are so difficult, not only for local families, but how inflation is making it even more difficult for the food bank to help out our local families. Here's a bit of our conversation.
So many of the key things that families need to nourish themselves have really skyrocketed in price. And so they leave the grocery store with less food in the grocery cart and look to make up the difference at the food bank. For us, we're seeing the same. I think the food industry as a whole is not keeping up with demand, and so it drives that price up. And at the end of the day, there's not a lot that's being donated to us. And so our prices are going up a little bit as we're trying to figure out how to procure the right food and the right amount to get to the families we serve.
We also talked about how this summer is a great opportunity for you and your family to step up and help out. There are so many ways to volunteer, donate food, and Eric telling us the #1 piece of food, #1 item requested, peanut butter. You can check out the full conversation right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of ksat.com. We have Leading SA every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. So guys, we'll see you next Sunday. Back to you.
Thank you, Max. Now I want to get to another big story we're following closely this morning as we take a live look at Capitol Hill. Well, it's 7:37 in the morning. Debt ceiling negotiations are becoming, well, shall we say, more dire this morning.
There's still no deal, even though Speaker Kevin McCarthy said one was needed by now to give Congress time to act before an unprecedented default.
Only 10 days remain until the U.S. Treasury expects to run out of money. The president and the speaker will meet today.
ABC's Lindsay Watts is in Washington, where things stand so far.
Overnight, President Biden landed back in Washington after cutting his trip to Asia short. Debt ceiling negotiations stretching into the 11th hour. Biden spoke to House Speaker Kevin McCarthy by phone yesterday. McCarthy also staying positive.
I believe it was a productive phone call.
But bottom line, there's still no deal. Biden and McCarthy are set to meet this afternoon without the other congressional leaders. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen reiterating this weekend she believes June 1st is the hard deadline for a default if there's no deal.
There will be hard choices if that doesn't occur.
Without that deal preventing default, borrowing costs could soar and global markets tumble. Millions of Americans may not get payments like Medicare and Social Security. The two sides are still clashing on a way forward. Republicans want to roll back spending to last year's level, while the White House is proposing a more than 9% increase for next year's budget. Other sticking points, unspent COVID relief funds, and a proposal by Republicans to tighten work requirements for beneficiaries of federal aid programs. The Biden administration says millions of people could lose coverage.
It's time for Republicans to accept that there is no bipartisan deal to be made solely on their partisan terms. They have to move as well.
I've been very clear to them from the very beginning. We have to spend less money than we spent last year.
Speaker McCarthy said last week that a deal was needed by the weekend to get a bill through Congress in time. He's now, though, conceding that it is still possible to pass legislation before a default. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
New this morning on KSAT.com. If you're in the market to move, you may be wondering if it's cheaper to buy or rent a home in San Antonio. Well, according to Redfin, it is cheaper to rent, but not by much. Here in San Antonio, buying a home would cost about 5% more than renting, so not a huge difference. There are only 4 cities in the U.S. right now where buying provides a less expensive monthly payment than renting. Houston is one of them. You can see the full breakdown on our homepage.
And in case you haven't heard, San Antonio and the Hill Country are at a rare crossroads for 2 upcoming eclipses. The first is an annual solar eclipse on October 14th. The second is a total solar eclipse, and that's in April of 2024. For the annual eclipse in October, Space.com says Padre Island National Seashore is the place to be. They say the eclipse will be visible at the northern end of the Barrier Island National Park for roughly 4 minutes and 52 seconds. Right now on our website, how you can watch solar events with a pinhole projector. Remember, if you're heading out to Padre Island National Seashore for that event, there is no cell service out there.
Yeah.
And you need to and especially if it's like early in the morning, you need to have that mosquito spray handy.
And the big one next year is going to be total darkness over the Hill Country. And I know places from, I think, Fredericksburg over to Kerrville are already sold out in advance for the big event.
Okay, well.
Some prime viewing right here on our back doorstep. 640, 64 degrees.
We're about to kick off our Great Graduate Series. After the break, we'll introduce you to a great grad from East Central High School.
6:44 this morning, we're kicking off our Great Graduate Series.
And high school graduation will mark the end of some tough lessons for a local student, and not all of them were taught in the classroom. Life itself threw him a couple of curveballs.
Trina Weber shows us how he overcame those obstacles and became this morning's great graduate.
As he wraps up his final days within this building, Josiah Gonzalez already has his sights set on a few buildings in his future.
I plan to go to UTSA to study architecture.
Next semester, this East Central High School senior will start building his career at the home of the Roadrunners. The road to get to this point, though, has been a bit rocky.
I was really bottled up and I really didn't show my emotion.
He struggled to hold it together during one of the toughest times of his life. At the height of the coronavirus pandemic, Josiah lost his father to that illness. He was his sports mentor and biggest inspiration.
Because of COVID, he had COVID, we couldn't really go in there. I wasn't able to see him. So that just really ate me up.
Both he and his family suffered, being forced to keep their distance as his father lost his battle. As a result, Josiah's grades also suffered. His mother worried for a while that he wouldn't make it through.
It was hard, but he came around. He came around, and he's a great guy.
While what he learned within these halls prepared Josiah for his future, life itself taught him some lessons that go beyond the classroom. For starters, he says he has had to do a lot of growing up, and he ended up turning things around. Although this great graduate now feels ready for the world, he's still getting used to a world without his dad.
I realized he's not here and I'm not gonna be able to celebrate this moment with him. But if I could say something to him, I'd tell him that I miss him and I just hope he's proud of me.
Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
6:46.
We're going to check in with RJ. What's going on?
All right, guys. Yeah, congrats to all of our graduates, including two of our former interns, Sarah Cerveras, Lily Celeste, graduated from Texas A&M San Antonio. Congrats to those two young ladies. All right, guys, things have kind of slowed down a little bit. This is good here. Biggest thing we're following right now is I-10 at Wurzbach, the westbound lanes. That's the traffic coming at us there. We do have a stalled vehicle being reported further back there at I-10 and Wurzbach near that HEB. But again, traffic moving along pretty smooth in that area right now as we take a look at our traffic maps, and you can see a lot of green there, green on the screen. This is good news. Again, it looked like TxDOT crews were clearing out that area. They've been very busy throughout the entire area so far today, but have done a great job of clearing out a lot of stalled vehicles. If we take a look at our citywide map, you could see that things have mostly kind of cleared up, including that crash over by Alamo Ranch. That is now not showing up on TxDOT's traffic page or our maps as well. We do have this crash right there in the inner west side, that one at General McMullen at Culebra Road. But for the most part, things looking good. Let's get you back on the rotator. Traffic shot here for TransGuide, 98 Couples. Things looking good in that area. 281 at Grayson. Oh, or by the Pearl, things looking good as people make their way out to start their work week, guys.
Thank you, RJ.
Yeah. No, I was just going to add to when you're talking about the eclipses, just remember, do not look at the partial eclipse without, and you got to get something that says it's good for an eclipse.
Right.
So,
Yes. So we have the one in October, and then the really, really big one is April of 2024.
And our producer Hardy sent me the exact time, around noon our time is when that one in April is going to be.
And they said it's going to be so weird. It's going to be almost pitch black. The street lights come on. Probably the birds and the insects are going to be like, what is going on?
It'll be neat. It'll be very neat. So, all right, take a look at this picture, and a great one from Woodlawn Link. I love how that water just looks like glass out there. After another round of much needed rain and a couple of breaks in the clouds, beautiful sunset over Woodlawn Lake. Yes, indeed. And let's flip it around there. And as you can see, a lot of breaks in the clouds. We've got a beautiful sunrise on tap right now. But notice all this kind of fuzz off there in the background along the horizon. We do have some fog to deal with. Now, Kerrville's dropped down to quarter-mile visibility. Randolph is still reporting 10 miles, but you saw that kind of the hazy look looking off to the east from the airport. So just be on the lookout that this may thicken up very quickly. 1.25 miles in Carrizo Springs and half-mile visibility at Fredericksburg. Those are some of the spots with the thickest fog. Temperatures are in the, got 59 at Bernie Stage right now, but low to mid 60s around here. And humidity, which is not off the charts as far as when you step outside, but obviously relative to the temperature, it's very, very hot. Here's what the upper level air pattern looks like right now. And I show you this because, you know, the past few months, we've had the big roller coaster with all the fronts that have moved through and everything starting off the year. Well, obviously things are sliding up to the north right now. What's going to be happening, though, is we've got those two lows that are developing off there on the bookends, and high pressure is really kind of in command. But we've got this little bit of a northwesterly flow right here. And in that situation, you can get these little disturbances just kind of sneak on in here. And that's why there's a very small chance for a shower or a storm, maybe tomorrow night, perhaps on Wednesday late in the day, but not very good odds. It's just that, there's that chance, that little fly in the ointment maybe. Otherwise, with those lows starting to build on the coasts, it's becoming what's known as kind of an omega block, because the upper level wind pattern forms sort of the Greek letter omega, sort of a modified version of that. And what that means is we don't get any big changes in the forecast. Now, temperatures are still going to be held somewhat in check. We've got all this moisture in the ground, but we won't get any decent rain around here either. Over the next 7 days, average high temperature, 88 degrees. That's right now. Obviously, it starts to go up a little bit, but temperatures are going to be somewhat on the cool side overall. High temperatures, low temperatures, right exactly where they should be. So good looking forecast around here. Rain may turn off a little bit more, though, as we go on into the next couple of weeks, though. Still chances for some rain around there. Not as good as what we've been having, though. Temperatures are going to be staying in the mid-60s this morning. Then we're going to get up into the mid-70s, mid to upper 70s at noon, and then top off at 84. And over the next 7 days, like I said, that very, very small chance for a stray storm over late tomorrow night, maybe Wednesday, and that's a very small chance for that. Then otherwise, yes, an opportunity to dry out. Temperatures stay held in check, and even going into the first portion of June, temperatures look like they're going to be held in check, and about normal rainfall, nothing too awfully much, though.
I have enjoyed all the rain, not just for
Me
the
too.
lower temperatures. The KSAT garden yielding very fruitful. Harvesting a lot of I'm harvesting carrots tomorrow, some of the corn tomorrow, and I already harvested the squash.
I saw that one squash. I think huge,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Lots of rain.
Yeah, you can see the corn from our break room.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
really
looked. I'll
good.
have to check it
Yeah, you
out.
can. Thank you, Mike. 6:51, 64 degrees.
Oh, you can see that sunrise there, looking beautiful outside. I thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be back with one more update on weather and traffic in just a bit.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio, giving you one last look at traffic before we wrap up our 6 o'clock hour, and things looking very good out there right now. So let's continue to keep that going. US 90 at Couples, things looking smooth in that area. 281 at Grayson, right there by the Pearl, things looking good in that area, as well as for 37 410. We have to see that one there as well. So as you can see, a lot of green on our screen. This is good news here for all of our folks heading out. We do have one crash being reported on General McMullen at Culebra, but it's not on the major highway. So if you're in that area, just be cautious if you make your way out. But overall, things looking pretty good.
Grab some sunglasses this morning. Beautiful sunrise on tap right now, although we do still have a couple of patches of some fog heading up in toward Kerrville and then over toward the Rio Grande Valley. Temperatures are on the cool side of things, down to 63 right now, 5 below normal. And then throughout the day today, about 4 or 5 degrees below normal, plenty of sunshine. So chance to dry out this week.
Looks like a really nice day.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. But GMA is next. We'll be back here for GMSA at 9.